Hello everyone, we're going to demonstrate for clarity so you can see this thing a little easier. And we're going to use this test bed just to show you how it's kind of hooked up on the car and where the connectors are. As you can see, of course, you would have a dash around this area here. It would sit up in there and you can see it's all connected electronically. So normally the whole procedure, of course, is we're going to do one live, but this is just for clarity purposes only. But you can see on the top of the dash here, this would be the outside of the vehicle. This would be the cover that's covering it. Once this cover is removed, of course, there's a couple of screws that hold it in place. You would remove these screws, and we'll demonstrate this on the car as well. And once these screws are removed, of course, you start removing the connectors. Simply press the locking tab down and flip the lever upwards. This will release the connector. Take them off gently in case there's some corrosion, and you don't want to pull the terminals out of the SEM, especially this little gray one here. Again, press it in. Easier said than done. Pull the lever up slowly. Remove the connector straight up. Very small terminals, easily damaged. Now we'd be moving back to the inside of the vehicle, and there's connectors in the front. And there's also one connector back here, which most people don't even realize it's there. And again, same process. Press the little lock lever in. Move the lever back. Pull straight out. Okay, you release these units here. Main power source just pulls off. Another connector up top. Same thing. On the side here, that you would just pry out, and the unit would just simply slide out. Of course, this would come out from this section, but there's the SEM. Hello everyone. Today we're going to demonstrate on how to remove and install a central electronic module on a P2 series cars from 2005 and up. That would include S60 up to 2009, S80 up to 2006, V70, XC70 up to 2007, and the last one is an XC90 up to 2013. We've determined that the fault with this car is the SEM, so today we're going to demonstrate on how to remove it on this 2007 XC70. First thing we're going to do is remove the battery, so we'll go back to the trunk here, and we're going to remove the ground cable. 10mm nut wrench takes this off very easily. Now this SEM, unlike the previous versions of the P2, you have to access the outside before you're able to remove it on the inside. You want to make sure your wipers are in the park position. Once you're confirmed that it's in the park position, shut the vehicle off, disconnect the battery like we just did. And what I've done here is I've put a piece of tape to index the alignment of the wipers. Now these were fairly seized, so we've sprayed some WD-40 here ahead of time and let them soak for a little bit. Now they should be nice and free and nice and easy to take off. So we're going to pop up these covers. Keep them, they are sighted, so keep them left to right. .13mm nuts hold them in place. Remove them. Okay, we'll pop open the hood. Now this black plastic cowl has to come off to access the top of the SEM. It's held on by 4 clips. Now you can reuse these clips, you just have to save the center. Basically, they pop into place, and when you put the center portion of it in, it expands it and locks it in place. So we're going to go ahead and take those off. Next, there's some clips here on the sides. They have to come off as well. We'll just pry them up. Easier said than done. Okay, now this cowl will just slip down. So we're going to just grab it, lift it up a little bit. By the way, I forgot to tell you about these other clips here. These just pop off very, very easily. Slide the unit back, it slides right under the windshield, and that's it. It's out of the way. Now, in order to access these, it's a good idea to remove the wiper assembly out of the way, or the wiper transmission. Remember to disconnect the connector for the wiper motor. There's a release clip on the inside. Just wiggle it a bit, comes off. This you kind of lift up. Although this one's stuck a bit. There we go. Now, there is a grommet that it fits into. Sometimes they're difficult to get off. And always be careful with the windshield, because one wrong move and you can crack it, and it's not cheap. And there it is, the wiper assembly's off. You can see here, this is the access port for the SEM itself. It's got 4 10mm head bolts. So we're going to go ahead and take them off. All right, once the 4 bolts are off, just get something to pry up a little bit on these covers. They do stick. And as you can see, there's the top. I'll move this out of the way so you can get a better shot at it. There's the top of the SEM. There you can see the 2 connectors which need to be removed. Oops. Here. There's not much room here to maneuver. But anyways, you just grab. This is a little awkward, but basically you push down on the little tab and flip the lever upwards like that, and that releases it. Now flip it all the way, lift straight out with the connector. There's one. Now this little one, be careful with this because it's got much smaller pins, and that's the one that loves to corrode, and you don't want to rip the terminals off this thing, so be really gentle and take it out nice and slowly. There's the release tab, there's the lever. Basically you want to try and do this so you can get a shot of this. Basically push the release there, flip the lid up, be gentle. If it seems to stick a little bit, just take your time. And there we go. Looks nice and clean. No signs of any water damage there. There was a problem with these cars. Water was intruding right there, and of course, where the SEM is located, guess where the water goes. Now there's also two screws, self-tapping screws, 25 Torx here, and there's another one there. We'll take them off. Power tools make this much quicker, but we know most people, not all people, have power tools, so we're going to do the old caveman style. Okay, the screws are out. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Just pry down. They're kind of stiff, but just got to be a little rough with them. Okay, so now we're going to remove all the connectors. The main power connector is a little difficult to get off, but just be gentle with it. This one had a strap on it. I had to remove the strap. It's awkward in here, but perseverance. There it is. As you can see, there's the main power supply. Just release the clips. These are a little tougher to get off, but work at it a little bit. It will eventually come off. There we go. Couple more connectors to go. And we're almost there. There it is. There's the SEM. Just have to get it ready and packaged up to be sent to us for repair. And that's it.